Hello, good day. My name is Prince Emi Kasali. A quick one on this. When you are trying to use WhatsApp marketing to attract or to make sales in your physical environment, that means when you're selling something to your environment. In the previous videos, I talked about the general concept of WhatsApp marketing and how to deal with digital marketing, how to attract people, how to, relate with people and so on. But in this, I'm just going to give a quick summary because we've done the practicals. So you know what to do, how to do, is just to understand the concept of marketing to people in your environment. For example, if you're an hairdresser or you are a fashion designer, or maybe you sell bags, clothes, and so on. You want to sell to people in your environment majorly. So it's always better to look into these if you are targeting your environment, your area. So it's better to look into WhatsApp marketing in a different approach. I see people selling bags in retail price and thinking of selling maybe from Lagos to Abuja or from Abuja. Some people even want to sell maybe clothes from Kano to people in Lagos, and most of the time, maybe probably these clothes are even being taken from Lagos to Kano. You understand? So when something, for example, somebody was marketing me sometimes ago to help to for him to design flyers for me. He stays in Benin. I stay in Abeokuta, Ogun State, and he wants to design flyers for me and deliver to me in Abeokuta. Then I was wondering what's really going on. What is he thinking? He's only thinking about his purse, making money, getting a contract. He's not really thinking about if it is reasonable for me to do or not. So you understand what I can always do by myself, you know, around me here, he wants to do it from Benin and send to me. So it doesn't make sense because the transportation fee alone is going to at least make it very unreasonable. You understand? So we need to learn how to target our environment. So let's quickly rush through this. Like I said, we've done the major before now. Like we've done the practical aspects, and I think our first syllables are explained typically the way what to avoid and what to do when doing WhatsApp marketing. But this time around, we really want to look into um, how to attract people in our environment. Now, the number one thing here is the traffic, and that is what makes it different majorly. There are little things that you have to do, but this is the major thing: the traffic, the kind of people you want to talk to. You don't just want to go online and start looking for everybody randomly. You want to look for people who are supposed to stay in your environment or who are supposed to be around your maybe local government or probably at the most scenario your state. You understand? So the traffic is important. You have to look for traffic. That means people. That means prospects around you. And how do you sort for traffics around you? Those days, what we usually do is we get a software that would extract what do we call it, the contacts in your environment. All we just need to do those days is to go to Facebook and join maybe a lot of Facebook groups. When you join a lot of Facebook groups, and what you'll be doing when you join a lot of Facebook groups is to join those groups that probably has things to do with your environment. For example, those days, all I just need to do is join a Belkuta WhatsApp group. So when I join a Belkuta WhatsApp group, and we have softwares that we use to extract contacts in those WhatsApp groups. So the Facebook groups, I mean, when I join a Facebook group, all I just need to do is to extract contacts that are on that Facebook groups. So that's what we do those days. But fortunately, it's those softwares are no more working nowadays. I've tried a lot, but none of them ever gave me the results that we used to get those days. Where are Facebook groups? Okay. I thought I should be saying the groups here. Okay. Like I was saying, you see those groups. Help you. Okay. Groups. Or what am I? Okay. Groups. So we extract them, like I said. We extract them, like I said, but those softwares are not really working any longer. So we nowadays it seems impossible. I met about two or three sites that promise to be doing it, but it's outrageous in price, and I think it's a monthly thing, monthly subscription. Those days, it's annual subscription. Then another thing is I've not tested it, and I don't want to test it with that outrageous amount of money. Excuse me. So that's that concerning Facebook extractor, and that could have been the best. But if you have the zeal and you're curious, or you can still like do it manually, but it's not encouraging, especially to those of us who are done the real work. So to do it manually, majorly, what we used to do is come to the Facebook group and check the contacts in the group and try to see if you can see some of them who have their contacts, their phone numbers on their page. Okay, like I'm checking this right now. I want to see if the person is having his number on his page. Okay, is not so. And checking this manually, it's something else. But you can decide to do something. Depends on you. If you think it's gonna work. Now, I'll checking of profile. Okay, I'm coming back here. Checking of profile, seeing if this person is having it. No, is having his number there. Nope. So, how long will you be doing this? And even when they have their numbers, the few that have their numbers there, you realize that the you realize that not all of them will even answer you. So for you to now get numbers, for you to start looking for how to get in touch with those numbers, because they really don't know you, they might not give you attention. It's something else. Then another thing you could also do is to start sending messages to them to see who is going to respond. But the unfortunate thing here is when you send message to an unknown, to a number, to a contact on Facebook who is yet to be in your contact list, the message will go to spam. And when the message goes to spam, that means probably the person might not even see your message in the next 1 year, because not everybody goes to that spam page. Probably myself, I don't check my spam. If I check, it's gonna be like accidentally. It's something I don't take note of. It's not like I don't want to, but it's something I just my mind doesn't really go there. So that's that. So I don't really think any of the two is encouraging for marketing, because marketing involves rigorous, like the more numbers of people you market or try to get across to, the more numbers of people that will probably have or buy from you. We used to give you that 10% mentality, but normally it might go beyond 1% sometimes that will buy from you. So imagine me doing all these. I've not even seen one person who has his contact on his profile, or or maybe I don't know how to again. I don't know. So if I don't have one, okay, view profile. Okay. If I am yet to get one person that has his contact on his profile, so before I now get one or two people, before I now make it 100 and try and get across to the 100, for 10 out of 100 to answer me, for one out of the 10 to even buy product from me. So it's a long time. We need a little bit of automated way of doing this. And the only way I know for now would have been you getting a kind of digital extractor. So that extractor will just enter the Facebook group that you want and will extract all the contacts there with their names. Then we now go to WhatsApp and start meeting them one after the other by start chatting with them. It could have just been you coming to your open AI. Okay, you come to your open AI. Okay, you just come to your openai.com, that is chat.openai.com, and you want to think of a conversation to start with. Okay, okay, let's look at this. You want to start a conversation like, um, okay, a greetings. Okay, let me see if this work. You see, I'm doing all this often just for you to know that this is not script. It's just me doing it the way I would have done it so that you can see how easy it is. So you just like a first greeting message to a contact I met on Facebook. Or we call them cold or cold marketing, a cold contact. A cold contact I met on Facebook. Let's see what it brings. Otherwise, you can design something and tell this um to bring up something. So it says greetings from your name. Okay. I hope this message finds you well. My name is, then I came across your profile on Facebook. I was impressed by what's made you impressed. You can just say you were impressed by the profile, and you're impressed that, or you're impressed that you seems to be in the same environment or something. I'm always eager to connect with like-minded individuals, and it would be great to learn more about your experiences and interests. So something like that. You see, it has given you clue, but let's see if we can give this a more clue on what we want. Um, that's I met on Facebook. Okay, I love to connect with you, and I hope we save each other's contacts. I love to connect with you now. You've already gotten his contact on Facebook, so I love to connect with you, and I hope you will save my contacts. You might just add this, but I don't usually add it. So as to view each all these status, WhatsApp status. Then what else again? Then you want to do a little introduction. I am a fashion designer. I'm a fashion designer uh, in Abeokuta. I hope you are based in Abeokuta. Based in Abeokuta also. Just giving this clue so that you can give you something more close to what you want. Then, what do you do? Do you do? Maybe we can patronize patronize each other in the future. Okay, let's see what this brings. But before I do this, I want to do something. I want to do something. Okay, let me say do another. Give us another. Let's see another script. Maybe it's gonna bring another script. Okay, another. Okay, yeah. So, but this is longer. I don't really like it long, but it's okay. It's not something just to paragraph. It's okay. I trust this message finds you in a good spirit. My name is, and I recently came across your profile on Facebook. You mentioned something specific from their profile. Okay. Um, your so far you're doing this at random. You can just say your profile caught my attention, and I thought it would be wonderful to connect. I am passionate about sharing a brief interest of your project. I'm passionate, or you might not just put this, you might just want to put like, I am so, and I would do love to hear more about your experience, or I would do love to meet with you and know more about you. Okay, feel free to share your thoughts or anything exciting happening in your world. You understand? So this is just a clue. You have to work on these to really meet up in Nigerian and your environment in general. The way Yoruba reason is different from the way Hausa's reasons and the way the Igbos reason. So you have to reconstruct this in your people's language. When I mean your language, I mean your reasons, the way you see things. So let me see if it's gonna give us something from these again. Okay, let's see. Okay. Um Greetings from a fellow fashion. Okay, then I hope this message finds you well. I came across your profile and noticed we share a common interest in fashion. Okay, that is if you extracted them from a fashion designing, group. Okay, I am a fashion designer based in Abeokuta, and it would be fantastic to connect with someone who appreciates the artistry of design. As creative, I believe there, oh, as creatives, okay, as creatives, I believe there is immense value in supporting and collaborating with each other. I do love to learn more about your work and explore how we might inspire each other in the future. Feel free to save my contact, and perhaps we can share our creative journey through WhatsApp status. You can say this. This makes sense. But this simply means if you're a fashion designer and you're targeting fashion designers, for example, my wife is a fashion designer, she's into pattern drafting, and she wants to target trainees because a lot of people are fashion designer, they do freehands, and freehands is almost going off because most designs nowadays are too crazy for freehands. You understand? And she just wants to intentionally meet with fashion designers and show off on them to come back and learn from her. You understand? So before you know it, when you're showcasing your status, everybody is showcasing their status. Master go no master now. So indirectly, she would be meeting a lot of people who are just into freelance and might want to learn what is really trending now, which is the pattern drafting. So majorly, this is how to go about it. But in case you just want to meet random people, like you just want to meet people generally. But one other thing you should note is when you're extracting contacts, also, for example, as a fashion designer that deals with female, you want to extract contacts of females also. You don't want to disturb yourself sending messages to males because they are not in your niche. They are not your traffic. It is useless. The only thing a female would be doing when you're extracting male's contact is just people that will be disturbing you, people that have never ate but wants to promise to buy you a car. You understand? So, but it doesn't matter if you're selling any digital product. You know that is the wahala that you have to face as a female. You understand? But at the long run, you sell more to the males when you're selling digital. Number one is out of attraction. A lot of people want to show off and just buy from you. That is one. The number two part is a male is safe in the hands of a female. Do you understand? It feels like female, this one cannot scam me. You understand? Randomly. It's not like there are no females scamming, especially males using female pictures. And when a male is using a female picture, you know the way it will look. It will look extraordinarily unbelievable. Like most of the time, 99% of the time, they use pictures that, on a normal sense, should not be doing WhatsApp marketing. When you're using one, professional model, or using one, one political model, like when I mean political model, those in politics, wives of politicians who has nothing to do than to just model, use makeups, use everything. By seeing them and seeing what they are giving to you, you know it's not meeting, there is a lose somewhere. So that's just that. So that's that. But like I said, I would be taking you through something more easier and I think more better. That doesn't mean it doesn't have its own challenges. I can probably send you contacts of people that are supposed to be in your environment. I might be sending you 10,000 numbers or even more, depending. But what I'll do is I'll group those contacts into 1,000, just like the way we did in our extracting contacts. You first of all load 1,000 there. When you load 1,000, you try and meet them, and have your ways of receiving those contacts. You understand? So when you receive those contacts, I might probably put the contact as, for example, maybe you're in Lagos. I might start all the contacts by LG. You understand? So when I put in LG at the beginning, making them Lagos, then their name, and most of the time their names, or let me say, 20% of the time their names might not collaborate with the name they are bearing, or probably the person who owns that number before now had lost it. Somebody has repurchased the contact. You understand? So stuff like that happens, and some of them might have changed location or might not even be in that location. But when I give you contact, at least I don't want to exaggerate, 80% of them still be in that environment. So out of 10,000, if 80% of 10,000 is in the environment, that is 8,000. But we're not going to promise that everybody is going to like chat you up or respond to you. So that's that. And we just go for a little change depending on the time you come. My mood. Maybe the more money I need at that time, the more I charge you. Just joking. It's gonna be a peanut so far you bought these calls. Now that is that. So what I would do is reload it in 1,000 or maybe probably 500. You deal with those 500. When they respond, you might just take maybe a week or two. Sorry, maybe a week on each contact. The first 500 you try and send message to them in a week, and probably in 3 4 days. Then again, you might do a kind of follow up again. And when you're trying to send messages to them, you're just trying to make friends with them and make sure they save your contact, because those contacts will be useless on your phone if they are not saving it. That simply means you cannot send a broadcast, because if they have saved your contact, you can easily send broadcasts maybe once in a week. I don't advise you sending broadcast message every day. The person will get bored. They will get bored, and they will just see your message as one of those messages that are disturbing their space. So that is number one. Number two is when you're sending a broadcast message, make sure it goes around an event, maybe on Sundays, happy Sunday, or maybe on Fridays, oh, welcome to a new weekend, maybe on Mondays, oh, happy Monday, oh, this week shall be your week, and so on. Then you back it up with a little a reminder of, oh, I'm into fashion designing, please don't forget us, that kind of a thing. So that's that. Then on maybe holidays like festive period, New Year, Christmas, Easter, Ilaya festival, and so on, you might just send a message. You understand? So that's that. But you need them to save your contact before you can go along sending them a broadcast message. Now, what is going to be your target? Your target is going to be like the way we do the other one. You want them to save your contacts. You understand? You want them to save your contacts. That's number one. After saving your contacts, you want to receive their contacts here. So after saving their contacts, you might just come back and put maybe A in front of this LG and confirm if that name is their name. If it is not, then you want to change the name. Or you might probably pretend as if you don't know their name. It depends on you, so that you not be quoting a wrong name. But at the same time, quoting their names might give them more attraction to, like, where did you get my contact? How did you know me? It might make them amazed, and it might also scare them off. It depends. Like I said, it depends on your location and the way they think. But sometimes the reason why I would prefer you adding their names is because you want each message to change. So their names will change each of the messages, or make it different from each other. So that is just the advantage on your side, so that to avoid WhatsApp blocking. But at the same time, that might also prompt them to block your contact, like, oh, scammer, they have got my name somewhere. That alone might put another person into a kind of shake, like, where did he get my name? Where did he get my name? Scammers, hope my account is real. Oh, this is that. While some people feel amazed, like, wow, you got my contact for real, and you know my name, that kind of a thing. And at the same time, like I said, the name might have changed. The owner of the phone might have changed, or probably when that data was being extracted, the person's name was not the one that was extracted along. That might also, like, no, you're a scammer, that is not my name. A lot of things might happen. Like I said, I'll always give you the good and the bad of every. It now depends on you what you're going to face, but there's nothing you do that doesn't have a consequence. It is now for you to know the consequence and prepare for the consequence ahead. When you're sending this kind of message, send at maybe minimum of 1.5 minute interval. So probably 2 minutes interval, but don't send less than 1 minute, because they are new contacts. their new contacts. So that's that. So let's see what we can send to them. Okay. Instead of that, we'll be sending something like please okay please okay write um a marketing script, write a greeting message to a cold contacts explaining explaining to them that you got their contacts from a marketing firm, from a marketing firm, introducing yourself as a fashion designer in Abeokuta, Ogun State, trying to know what they do and their location. What else do you want to like? Their location, what they do, um, seeking for favor, seeking appealing to right appealing to appealing for them, appealing to them. It doesn't matter, it will change, it's just a concept. Appealing to them to save your contact, to save your contacts so that you can watch each other's status. WhatsApp status. Let's see what it will bring from this. We don't want it to be too long, but at least we want to give it a concept. Now, this concept in itself is what you can also rewrite and give it back to the AI to bring something else out for you. Note, those, like I said, when you change the contact of those who respond and promise to save your contact, then you can now delete those ones that did not respond or insulted you or something. Delete those people's contact. Then you now reload another 1000 after treating them, or 500 after treating them. You do another one and so on. So that's the way it is. This is too long. This is too long. Okay. Rewrite. But I'll go through it. In rewrite 50% shorter. That seems to be too long. What we told him to write is much also. So okay, I think this is very short. Fashion connection. Let's say Let's stay inspired. Okay. Hello, the person's name. I am my name, a fashion designer in Abeokuta, Ogun State. I receive your contact through a marketing firm. Eager to connect and learn about your creative pursuits. Save my contact and let's share our fashion journey through WhatsApp status. Looking forward to connecting. Best your name. Now, here, save my contacts and let's share our fashion journey. Like, here, you want to like put it like, um, you want to put something like, let's save my contact. That is one. Then let's share our fashion. Let me share my fashion journey through WhatsApp status while you share whatever, or you might just give it one more paragraph. Sorry, I also want to know more about you and know what you do so as to see if we can patronize each other in the future, something like that. So this is a very good concept and straightforward. You just add one or two vibes to it, bring it back here, tell him to rewrite, and till you get something more interesting. Let's look at what it said at the beginning, but this is too long for somebody who doesn't know you. I trust this message finds you well. My name is I'm reaching out as a fellow fashion enthusiast and designer based in this is if the contact is it's a non-contact. You don't know what they're doing. So probably 90% of them is not going to be into fashion designing. So you can't use that paragraph. You have to redesign that paragraph to let them know that you are the fashion designer, but you want to know what they do so that when you meet, you can see what you can patronize for them and what they can patronize from you. Your contact details were shared with me through a marketing firm, and I'm um, genuinely excited about the opportunity to connect with someone who shares a passion for creativity. Or, sorry, this will be who shares the same location with me. You understand? So, you want to rewrite that. To learn more about what you do and where you're located, as someone deeply invested in the fashion world, as someone deeply invested in the fashion world, I believe um, the power of networking and collaboration. Okay, I believe in the power of networking and collaboration. I'm thinking as I'm reading. I'm trying to think like this. You are not both in the fashion world. It is that person that is in fashion world. So you might want to give him the opportunity. You might want to write a cold contact. You might want to put here that you don't know a code contact. Okay, I'm trying to see something here. Come on, get out. So, a code contact. You might want to give it that impression again, like write a greeting message to a code contact. Maybe we should define the code contact. Someone who I had never met or talked to. You understand? Then writing to know them and what they do. Sorry, what they do. Let me put that again. And what they do, trying to know them and what they do, and how I can patronize them in the future. So just adding one or two things to it to see if it's going to give us something more. Okay. still trying to bring the fashion world, like every one of us, like we are all into fashion designing. But let's say it says exploring future collaboration in fashion. Hello, your contact's name. I hope this message finds you well. My name is, and I am a fashion designer based in the vibrant city of Abeokuta, Ogun State. I recently came across your contact through a marketing firm and thought it would be wonderful to connect. That's awesome. I'm passionate about fostering collaboration within the fashion community. It would be great to learn more about what you do and and possibly explore avenues where we can support each other in the future. Your experts and insights would be invaluable. Now, what I'm trying to think here, I'm thinking also, is that this is a fashion. It's still trying to make it look like you are brought into the fashion world, but the content we are talking about, you don't know. So you have to rephrase all this place to make it, sound exactly the way you want it to sound. That is why you have to go through these things over and over again before making use of it. If you are open to it, I would appreciate the opportunity to get to know you better. Please feel free to save my contact and perhaps we can stay connected through WhatsApp, status. Let's do what we did the other time. Rewrite 50% shorter, 50% shorter. So, this is the way it works. Okay, okay. Exploring fashion collaboration. I am a fashion designer in Abeokuta, Ogun State. Discovered your contact through a marketing firm and would love to connect. Me on learning about your work and potential fashion collaboration. Save my contact for WhatsApp updates. That last paragraph needs to be worked on. Well, we just need to work on it till we get something perfect that will make that person save your contact and tell you that he or she has saved your contact. Then follow-ups start from there. You want to do follow-ups from there. So this has already taken much of our time. We need to move into something else. So engagement. After engaging them, like I said, you want to send broadcast message to those who had saved your contact, but at the same time you don't want to shock them up with your necessary messages. And like I said, for example, gone are those days where people don't want to watch videos. People love videos for real. So um instead of you putting status is one of those things that will make them know you, see you, and at least see like, oh, this guy is a professional. So most of your work will be done through broadcasts by sending them weekly messages and also status. Those are where you'll be getting them to understand who you are. And note, when you're sending broadcasts, don't usually send broadcasts like marketing broadcasts. These are people around you. So all you just need to do is send them a normal greetings, prayers, but don't copy. Like you see, you can go and copy any content and bring it to these AI for them to edit for you so that it looks yours. So you must make it look yours. So don't worry about writing. You might not be good in writing, just like I'm not good in writing. So, but when you have this AI, it will help you, fine tune things, and you don't just want to copy and paste. That's it. Then, secondly, is at the end, you want to talk about, excuse me, at the end, you want to talk about your business. Hope you can just put it this way, like, for example, as a fashion designer, you might also put it this way, like, okay, hope your business is fine and hope you are doing well in your business. I have been seeing your status. I can see you good. That is why sometimes you need to view some people's status. But all the same, you might just randomly say, I've been seeing your status. You're not really quoting like I saw your status yesterday. And unfortunately the person did not post status yesterday. You might just put it like I've been viewing your status, I can see you good. Now, how's business? You want to ask, then you want to support it with something like, and we're still waiting for your patronage. We are very close by you. We are just a step away from you, please. We engage in fashion designing. For you to bring your clothes fabrics, let's design something for you. And if you can also recommend us to some friends. You can also bring people for training. Now, I have mentioned about 3, 4 things that you want to tell them about you. Don't always put everything in just one message so that each message can be different from each other. This week, you talk about them, patronizing you. Next one, you might like, we are yet to see you, but please, for the meantime, before we get to you, please tell people about us, something like that. So always make sure the content changes. Then you want to put your address at the end and your phone number at the end of each messages, like a kind of sign out message, a kind of I've forgotten what we used to call it those days. Yours sincerely, then you put in your name, signature, and something. So this time around, or something cares like Larichi cares, then you put in your contact number and your address. So every now and then, it's going to be like the foot note of every message you are sending. So that's going to be a kind of signature whereby when they see, they know it's going to be there. You understand? That is for them to always have your area at their mind. But so that's that. Then your status also, you want to like put it there like you want to put it there. You, for example, as a fashion designer, you don't want to just be posting 50 pictures a day, 20 pictures a day. You might just put it, you go to TikTok, create your pictures if you're using pictures. If you're using video, fine. Make it enticing. Use all those templates, add music, and put it on your status. Showcase yourself, showcase your lifestyle, showcase your customers. You understand? Then, when you have special programs like special training, send broadcasts to people like, oh, Mr. Susu, you're dealing with female if in this trend. So you quote them. When you quote them, their name, and you're like, oh, we are running so this time, and we don't mind having you. We don't mind having you. Um, like we don't mind having you to join this, or you might just put it like, I know you might not be interested or you might not be the right person, but please, can you please share this or recommend this to your cousins, family and friends and so on. Let me repost on your status, stuffs like that. You've already met them, so you start treating them like friends, like you care. You really care because you care for your money, you care for your interest, and let it reflect like it is just all about them, not really about you. So that's that. I don't know if I'm making sense, the engagement. And note, after sending the first message, in this case, you might need to send a second message because they are pure unknown contact. So you just want to like send a follow-up message like, oh, sorry, the other day I didn't think you checked my message. Please do. I am close by, and I would love you to at least view and be friends. So far, we are in the same environment, something like that. So you just need to do that also. So then, make sure there is a way at which they save your contact. And when they save your contact, you want to be sure they save it. Like you want to tell them, commit them to like Let me know if you save my contact. Please type yes if you save my contact, or please just give me a thumbs up if you have saved my contact. Stuffs like that, so that when they save your contact, you go back and receive the contact, so that the ones that are not being saved could be deleted. So then, like I said, you want to create trust. That means highlighting sales and testimonies. Like I have already said that. You want to, on your status, you always often want to post your activities, your engagements, your lifestyles. You just want these people to see you as somebody who is real, number one, so that they can trust you. Number two is you want them to see that you're a professional at what you're doing, so that they can always bring their activities to you. Then, what else? I think those are the major things. Now, maintaining integrity. If you are doing all this, for example, as a fashion designer, you want to make them always make, you always want to make them see you good. You understand? So please and please, you avoid things that makes you look ras. You understand? You have to maintain that integrity on your status. Sometimes if you're not feeling good, you watch the way you post. Sometimes you might just want to, like, for example, you might be feeling very bad, like maybe, God forbid, you chop breakfast now. God forbid. Now, what you want to post, for example, you might just post a video like, I'm not feeling the way I'm supposed to feel, but I'm okay. That kind of a thing. Really, you're trying to tell people that you're not feeling good at that time, but you just want to give yourself that confidence behind it, like, I'm okay. You understand? You might even duet it, you might even act it. You understand? But instead of you doing that, you're now coming to the to your status and start putting in, God punish men. It is bad to have men, and so on. So indirectly, you're breaking that name, that brand. You're breaking it. The brand should be different from you. You understand? No matter what you're going through, you just want to hide it away, or technically put it across without bringing you down. Somebody says, my brand is different from me. Like, me might not be fine, but my brand should always be fine. Nothing must affect your brand. Nothing must affect your brand. Your brand must always be okay. That's your brand. You must always be okay. So you don't come in there and do stuff. For example, as a fashion designer, unless you are designing for maybe, I don't know, these big girls. We talk about big girls. Uh, I'm trying to watch my words, but maybe we should get it better by saying it. These hookup girls, unless you're in their mix and they are your major customers, but you are coming to the internet now, so they are not going to be your major customers. You understand? So now, unless that, you don't want to, like, showcase yourself smoking weeds. Even when you do, you're doing it, is your business, is your lifestyle. That's you. But you don't just want to show it there, because that alone takes some people off you. You understand? Unless you are into maybe beer parloring. Don't mind me. Unless you have a bar and that is what you do, and you want people to patronize you, that, okay, here, don't worry, you're safe to smoke and drink and all those things. You understand? So you just want to brand yourself. You don't want some set of people not to like you. You understand? So you don't know who is going to patronize you, because that is exactly what will trend more. All those people, times when you are putting in some good things, they might not note it. They are noting it, but it doesn't, ring the bell. But immediately you post something that will destroy you, they hope you repost it. So you don't want to come in unless you're showcasing a design. You don't want to come out naked or come out, you don't want, if you're not sure of your relationship, you just don't even want to show it. The reason why you don't want to show it, unless you're bold enough to take it when that relationship goes out. You understand? Why I said you don't want to take it is, for example, you started branding yourself with someone and you're showcasing your lifestyle with that person, and that person now breaks your heart. Indirectly, it has breaking part of your brand. You understand? So immediately you are off that, they will ask you what happened, and you want to start saying a lot of stories. So they will be concentrating on saying stories instead of focusing on your business. You understand? When people don't see you, they will ask of you. They will ask of you, especially when you show yourself off well. So you have to maintain the integrity anyway, anyhow. Integrity might not be like you being a saint, no, but your line of business must maintain. It must just be it. For example, you've been using, I don't know, but what I'm trying to say is you have to like design yourself to understand that this is business, this is the kind of showcase I want, this is the kind of lifestyle I want my people to see, and you must maintain it. So that's that. The video is extraordinarily long, I guess. Let me check. Oh my God, I never knew it. Okay, no, let me say something else. Now, let me just quickly rush through these, and so that we've done this in our previous videos. So let me quickly rush through this. Creating your business profile. You have to create a business profile. We've talked about that in our previous videos, where you have to create your profile. So you create your profile. You come in here and I think settings, yes. Then you might want to add catalog, like let's see. You want to create your profile. We've talked about all these, your kind of picture. In this case, if you're promoting your brand name can be here, maybe a fashion designer. I mean, a picture here, your profile picture. Then your own picture can be at the top here. But like I said, I don't know. I prefer my picture to be in here. The reason is that's what everybody wants to see first. They want to know if you're real or not. So reels, it's about them seeing who they are talking to. You understand? So then maybe your logo might be at the background. Then you want to put in all these. You want to like talk your name, which will be your brand name. And please, if you're promoting anything, try and work on your brand name. If it is not yet registered, stop using all these toyish name like everybody is using TV. I don't know what's that TV. I don't know why people are just using TV. I don't know. And apart from that, use a good name like something more professional, not toyish, not something that even doesn't speak well of you. You understand? So then you put in your working hours, put in your website if you have one, and so on. Then create a product. Create a product. If you already have what you're selling, create a product. That's that. Then what else do we talk about? It's long, so I just want to go through this. Then build contact list. Like I said, I can always give you contacts of people in your area. The way you build it, you send messages to them. Try and make sure they save your contact. Those who have not saved your contact, remove them from your contact list and so on. Then I'll teach you how to do that when you contact me on that. Then segment contacts. Okay, that means split your contact, reshuffle it, like remove those ones that are not responding and let the ones that are responding stays. Otherwise, you'll be having too much contact on your phone and your phone might start getting hanged. Okay, share engage content. Okay, share engaging content. Like I said, engage them constantly by sending them messages by sending them messages. Okay, then maybe once in a week, twice in a week, maximum of twice in a week. Once in a week is okay. Then during holidays, then make sure your status comes with your engagement. And now, one thing I want you to do is if you're sending three, four messages per day, make sure you don't send them at once. I have my reasons. When you send a new status on your WhatsApp, it brings you to the top, to almost the beginning of everybody's WhatsApp. You understand? So they see you first. You understand? So that is why you need to make sure you update your status maybe four times a day or three times a day. You understand? But when it start becoming five, 10, it's becoming too much. So maybe in the morning you put in one profile, maybe at 12, around 12, you put in another one, and maybe probably in the evening around 5, you put in another one. When you're going to bed, you put in another one. I don't know, but just do your routine and try and put something engaging, also something attractive, something that makes them look, check your profile twice. Then it's not going to be much business, business, business. For example, if you're a fashion designer, if you're into hair, you can put in business and the fantasy at the same time. For example, when you go to TikTok, you do it with your line of business. At the same time, you are acting and showcasing your lifestyle. At the same time, you're also advertising your business. But apart from that, you can put in some comedy in it, some fun, something funny, something normal, something like a casual write up, something showcasing that, oh, you're strong, you're there, you understand, or something funny, something about what is going on in the country. People want to check and see and get entertained, but you want to showcase your business. So you have to get them entertained while showing your business. Otherwise, they get bored of checking your status if it is all about buy, 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 buy. No. So then what else? Okay, utilize product catalog, like I just showed you. Personalized communication. Like I said, when you save their contact, you want to personalize it. You want them to look, when you send a message to them, hello, Mr. Gabriel. Hello, Bolanle. Hello, Elizabeth. You understand? You want to show them that the message is for them. I hope Elizabeth is fine today. You understand? So you really want them to feel like you have the time to always send message to them. Like, and for example, if you're a lady and you're sure that everybody in your contact is a lady, and you want to send a message to them, you can use the word darling and so on. Hello, darling. Um, I hope Bolale is fine today. I hope you're fine today. Bolale, I've been thinking why I'm working on a project and I feel you should help me, please. You start to relating like you are blood sisters, like you've don't be friends for long. It depends on your niche and the kind of people there. But if your market is everyone, for example, a lady, you might use darling, you might use darling, but it works and it will also give another thing. For example, when you use darling, like darling, it sinks. Like some ladies use it. Any small thing, hello, darling. You understand? So when you use it, number one thing that comes to their mind is, darling. Wow, this girl don't follow. You understand, this girl don't fall when you're sending it to a male. But when you keep using it and you're still doing your business no more, and the person feels like, oh, this girl is matured, it will not change from fall to matured. You understand? But at the same time, you see disturbance, and that's part of life. Even when you're not doing this, you still disturbance. So that's not an issue. But for a male to use it, that's another thing. It will send them off. You even say the word darling to a female, sometimes you get blocked. instantly. The person will not even think twice, will block you. So, like I said, it depends on what you're doing, and how you want to do it. But all the same, you also want them to feel like a king, a queen. You're sending message like a mail majorly. Some may it was keep using boss, the word boss. Oh, bossy, boss. Boss, I feel boss. Some people are my leader. You understand that kind of a thing. You just want to hype the person a little bit, or you know make that person feel off his normal routine. You understand? So you must learn what to use, and you must plan to use it and stay with it so that it becomes you. So that's that. Um, Flash sales and executive offers. Okay, that means when there's something to sell, you give them like an offer. Like, okay, for example, my wife, I told you she's a fashion designer. She want to start a course, and you're like, okay, for my inner circle, please, I'll be giving you 20% discount, but this is for you alone, or for anyone you bring to me. I can even give you the discount while you take the discount, the person pay the full money. Or you might just like, okay, please, you want to run a commission, a percentage for them for recommendation. You understand? Stuffs like that. So, what else again? Provide customer support. Providing customer support simply means you're there. Whenever they need you, you're there. Whenever they ask questions, you're always there to answer them. And the first thing you should learn how to do is you might design a routine depending on the numbers of people you have. You might design your routine like if you're going to bed at night, you answer all your messages. If you're a busy person, try and answer your messages, dedicate 1 hour or two before going to bed. So with time, they know that when they send a message, you will reply at so time. And if you're not careful, they will be there waiting for you. They know the time that you used to. So what I'm saying is, it doesn't depending on, for example, me, I reply messages almost instantly. That is because that is me, and that is what I do and I love. I might be at my place of work, and I'm still typing, responding, and everything. Not every time you get too much engaged that you might not be able to respond. But if you're at a time that is very busy, like a fashion designer, you might not be able to have that time. So create time in the evening, or maybe first thing in the morning, but I prefer evening before going to bed. Because if you put it to morning, it might take your time. You might start meeting some people before you respond to one message. There might be a response and so on. And before you know it, you get late to work, or your morning routine might be affected. But when you're doing it at night, then it's over. Or when you're doing during the day and night, like maybe you create an hour or two during the day when you want to respond to people, then at night again you respond to people, so it doesn't take too long before you respond. But the most important thing is always respond to your mails. It's important. At the worst scenario, maybe you get a PA, but you respond to your mails. So enable order placement and tracking. Okay, when people are buying things from you, you want to like make a form of tracking. If they're buying from you online, for example, maybe somebody ordered something from you and you send it to the person, you have to like, let the person know that I'm sending. Maybe a bank is bringing it or something. You just have to relate till that thing gets to the person, and you also want to like ask if it is up to what they expected. And if not, you have to work on it also. Like, oh, I'm sorry. If it's something you can replace, fine. If not, we are sorry. We'll work on it. As in, we are notified now, and we'll adjust and something. So that's that. So feedback and review. Yes, you need feedback and reviews. When people buy things from you, you need feedback and reviews. It's important. This is testimony for others to see that you are not the only one saying things about yourself. Some people are also appreciating you. So that's that. include website links if you have a website, then run content and giveaways. Fine. Maybe you might be doing discounts, you might do giveaways, you know, maybe anything. For example, these are just business ideas. Giveaway doesn't have to be money. You understand? It doesn't have to be money. It might come in form of discounts. It might come in form of, for example, I keep talking about. Okay, let's go into hairdressing. Okay, you might just create a wig and create a content around that wig, like anybody that does this, anybody that does this, and blah blah blah. I'll be giving out this week for the first two people or the person that does this and this. You understand? So those are giveaways. You need giveaways also. The reason why you're doing it is you want to check people. You want people to pay attention to you. You want to divert the attention back to yourself, because the more they watch your status, the more they get your what do we call it, weekly broadcast. The more they get used to you, and not sometimes they might not notice you because they are too used to you. They are used to you to the extent of not realizing that you're there. So the best way to do this is do little giveaways, so that when you do give away, um, you're bringing them back to yourself. It's like you're forcing attention. So that's that on giveaway. Then running content. Okay, sharing educational content. Okay, for example, like I keep saying, you want to like pretend as if you care to bring in informations. So you want to bring in attention as if you care. You want to bring in, like, okay, for example, a fashion designer always showcasing, oh, how I did this particular neckline, how I did these kind of sleeves and so on. You're not really teaching much. You're only trying to showcase your ability and your intelligence. People that are watching are probably going to like, oh, let me quickly come for a food training. You understand? So then payment gateways. You need to design a payment gateway structure for yourself. You might just make use of Flutterwaves, Paystacks, and so on for how do I put this? A kind of uh, for to make you look professional. That's all. Nothing much to make you look professional. That's just it, and it's okay. Thank you very much. It's over long. I planned for just about 20 minutes training, but it's far very long. But I think it helps. It's getting the full gist is the best. Now sitting down and thinking of how to work on this gist to bring in something powerful in 2024. I just hope 2024 is going to be a great year for you. But note, we have to work it out. Prayer alone will not do anything, while working alone will not do anything. So we have to pray and work hard to make life interesting. Thank you very much. God bless.